Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of the PYQs, that is previous year questions of the ancient history part third. So in today's session, guys, we are going to talk about some of the very important questions related to your exams, related to the previous year questions. I hope these questions will help you in your upcoming exam. So let's start our session and let's see which are the topics we are going to cover through questions in this session. So the topics are Jainism, Buddhism, and at last we will summarize that what are the things we have learned from this particular session. Before we start, the images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So the first question that we have with us is today's is that word Shwetambar is associated with. So it is asking you that a word is there that is Shwetambar. It is associated with which religion? And it has been asked so many times in earlier shifts of question of exams. So just answer me this. And here are your options: Sikh religion, Jain religion, Buddhism, or Jews. So take your time and think about it. I hope you got the right answer in your mind, and the answer is Jain religion. Shwetambar is associated with Jain religion. So Jain religion was divided into two sects, that is Shwetambar and Digambar. So Shwetambar is one of the sect of Jainism, while the other one is Digambar. Shwetambars are mainly famous for practice of wearing white clothes, while Digambars are famous for being naked. And this division of the sections of Jainism was particularly supported by the leaders like Sthulbhadra and Bhadrabahu. And it was done during the time of the first Jain council. So this is all about it. So remember, Jain religion is Shwetambar word is related to Jain religion. Another question for all of you guys, please be focused. The question is Lord Mahavira's original name is. Options are Anand, Siddharth, Sari, Putra, or Vardhaman. So just take your time and answer me this question. Again, I hope you got this answer right. And the answer of this question is Lord Mahavira's original name was Vardhaman. So remember what is the name of Lord Mahavira? So Mahavira was the 24th Tirthankar of Jainism. There were total 24 Tirthankars. Out of them, 24th was Mahavir, and his real name was Vardhaman. So Lord Mahavir, also known as Vardhaman, was 24th Tirthankar of Jainism. Mahavir was born in the early part of 6th century BC into a royal Kshatriya family in Vaishali, Bihar. His parents were Siddharth and Trishla. Remember, this is not the Siddharth Gautam Buddha. This is not, we are talking about him. Siddharth was another king, and his wife was Trishla, and his wife was Yashoda. So Yashoda was the wife of Vardhaman. Mahavir taught the idea of supremacy of human life and emphasized the importance of positive attitude of life. Mahavir message of non-violence, truth, non-stealing, and non-possession is full of universal compassion. So remember that particularly Mahavir Swami, and his real name was Vardhaman. And the principle of Jainism that he gave, that was the fifth principle given by him, that was Brahmacharya. Apart from that, the four earlier principles you can see here, the non-violence, the truth, the non-stealing, and non-possession, these were given by Parshavnath. Which of the following is the birthplace of Lord Mahavir in early 6th century BC? So do answer me this question. Take your time. And I hope you got this one right. So the answer of this question, guys, is Vaishali. So Lord Mahavira, birthplace was Vaishali, and he was born in 6th century BC. So Lord Mahavira was also known as Vardhaman, was the 24th Tirthankar of Jainism. Mahavir was born in the early part of 6th century BC into royal Kshatriya family in Vaishali. His parents were Siddharth and Trisla, and his wife was Yashoda. Mahavir taught an idea of supremacy of human life and emphasized the importance of positive attitude of life. Mahavir's message of non-violence, truth, non-stealing, and non-possession is full of universal compassion. Jain monastic establishments are called as. So here are your options: Aparigrah, Shwetambar, Tirth, or Basadis. Just take your time and think about it. And yes, you are right. The answer of this question is option D, that is Basadis. So the Jain monasteries are called Basadis. The first Tirthankar of Jain religion was Rishabdev, while the last one was Mahavir. The followers of Mahavir were also known as Jinnahs or Jains. So do remember Basadis. Basadis is a particular place that is the Jain monastic establishment. Who was the 24th Jain Tirthankar? Options are Gomteshwar, Parasnath, Rishabh, or Mahavir. Just take your time and think about it. And you got this one right. So the answer of this question is going to be Mahavir. So the 24th Tirthankar, we just discussed about this in some of the last questions. So the 24th Tirthankar is Mahavir Swami. And if we talk about Mahavir Swami, so he was the last Tirthankar of Jainism. Rishabh Dev was the founder and first Tirthankar of Jainism. Jainism is divided into two communities, Shwetambar and Digambar. We just discussed about in the first question. Jain literature is very vast. Most of its religious literature is written in Sanskrit and Prakrit. Remember, Prakrit language is related to Jainism, whereas Pali is related to Buddhism. Parshvanath, who was the son of a Kshatriya and King Ashvasen of Banaras, became the Jain Tirthankar. So just take your time and just answer me this question: that Parshvanath, who was the son of Kshatriya and King Ashvasen of Banaras, became the Jain Tirthankar. So he was which number of Tirthankar? So take your time. So when I was telling you about Mahavir Swami's principle, I have told you that Parshvanath was the earlier one, and I hope you got this one right. So the answer is 23rd. He was the 23rd Tirthankar. Ashvasen son Parshvanath was the 23rd Tirthankar of Jainism. His insignia was a snake. First Tirthankar of Jainism was Rishabdev, whose insignia was Taurus or bull. So remember their insignia as well. Sometimes the question would come from insignias only, the symbols. Another one is Mahavir is considered the Tirthankar among the Tirthankars. So just take your time and answer me this question: that which number of Tirthankar was he? 22, 22nd, 24th, or 20? So here is your time. And yes, you got this one right. The answer of this question: Mahavir is considered the Tirthankar among the Tirthankars, 24th. So Mahavir was the 24th and the last Jain Tirthankar. He was born in Kundangram, Vaishali. He gained enlightenment under the Sal tree. Remember, he gained enlightenment under Sal tree, and Gautam Buddha gained under the Peepal tree. Gautam Buddha gained the enlightenment in Gaya, and particularly if we talk about him, so he gained the enlightenment on the banks of the Riju Palika river near the village of Jrimbik, and or also known as Jambik. So remember that Mahavir was the 24th Tirthankar. Another question: the concept of Triratna is related to. So the options are Sikhism, Jainism, Buddhism, or Zoroastrian, that is Parsi. So just take your time and think. And I hope you got this one right. So the answer is B, that is Jainism. So Jainism, if we talk about the Triratna, comprises the right faith, Samyak Darshan, right knowledge, Samyak Gyan, and Samyak Charitra, that is right action. If we talk about Buddhism, so Buddhism has three pillars, okay, that are Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. So particularly if we talk about Jainism, so Jainism has three ratna that are Samyak Darshan, Samyak Gyan, and Samyak Charitra. Which of the following pair of religions and holy booklets are incompatible? So options are Islam is equal to Quran, Sikhism, Guru Granth Sahib, Jainism, Upanishads, and Christianity, Bible. So take your time and tell me. And I hope this was a simple question for all of you, as Jainism is not related to Upanishads. The oldest part of Jain literature is called Agam. Jain composers have composed work of Puran poetry, charity poetry, Katha poetry, Ras poetry. Upanishads is an important Shruti scripture of Hinduism, total number 108. It is an integral part of Vedic Vangamya, in which it describes very philosophically and knowledgeably the nature and relationship of God, God Brahma, and soul. So, do remember which of the following pair Jainism is not related to Upanishad, it is related to Agam. The event of Buddha's life were given in. So, options are Buddhist, Triratna, Jatak Tales, or Pitta. So, just take your time and tell me the answer. And yes, you got this one right. It was a simple one. So Jatak Tales is the answer. That is option C. So Jatak Tales are work of literature that are about Gautam Buddha's previous births. These births are his lives in which he has human as well as animal forms. So do remember the Jatak Tales. It consists of approximately 547 stories about the 547 births taken by Gautam Buddha before the birth of Siddhartha. Why were stupas built? So you must have heard about this word stupa. So just tell me the answer. The options are they contain sacred relics, to hold religious meetings, to worship the Buddha, to keep Buddhist scriptures. So take your time. And yes, you got this one right, guys. So the answer of this question is they contain sacred relics. So Buddhist stupas were originally built to house the ashes or remains of Buddha. So when Gautam Buddha attained Mahaparinirvan in 483 BC, so after his cremation, his ashes were distributed, and particularly his ashes or relics were buried, and over that the stupas were built. So stupas were built because the relics of Buddha, such as his bodily remains or objects used by him, were buried there. So that is why stupas were built in our country. With reference to the Sut Pitak, which of the following statements are correct? So options are this is the life character of Buddha. It is related with the conversation between the ruler of Magad and Buddha. This is Buddhist scripture written in Sri Lanka. It is about the rules regulations made for the people who adopted the Buddhist monastic system. So just tell me the answer. Take your time. And you got this one right. I hope this question is quite moderate to difficult for you, but I hope you got this one right. So the answer it is related with the conversation between the rulers of Magad and Buddha. So let's see what the explanation is. So first of all, try to understand the Tripitak. Tripitak is the collection of primary Pali language texts which form the doctrinal foundation of Theravada Buddhism. The three divisions of the Tripitak are Vinayak Vinaya Pitak. It is said about the monastic life and daily affairs of bhikkhus, ordained monks, and bhikkhunis, ordained nuns, according to rules attributed to the Buddha. Sut Pitak is said about discourses attributed to the Buddha and a few of his closest disciples, containing all the central teachings of Theravada Buddhism. Sut Pitak describing a conversation between King Ajatshatru, the ruler of Magad, and Buddha. Abhidham Pitak is said about the text in which the underlying doctrinal principles presented in the Surya Pitak are reworked and reorganized into a systematic framework. So, do you remember it is related to the Surya Pitak? So, Surya Pitak it is related with the conversation between ruler of Magad and Buddha, and also contains the sermons given by Gautam Buddha. At which of the following places did Gautam Buddha attain self-enlightenment? So I discussed about this in some of the last questions. So please tell me the answer. Options are Kushinagar, Lumbini, Bodh Gaya, or Sarnath. Just take your time. And yes, you got this one right, guys. The answer of this question is Bodh Gaya. So Gautam Buddha is regarded as the founder of the world religion of Buddhism. He was born in 563 BC. Bodh Gaya is famous as it is the place where Gautam Buddha had to have attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree at the age of 35. So this was all done under this, and Bodh Gaya was the place where he attained enlightenment besides the Niranjana river. The third Buddhist council was held by. So it is asking you about the councils of Buddhism. So total number of 4 councils held. It is asking you by whom the third council was holded by. So the options are Chandragupta, Harshvardhan, Ashok, and Kanishk. Just take your time. And yes, you got this one right, guys. It is a very simple question. So the answer is King Ashok. So Ashok was the one who organized the third Buddhist council. So third Buddhist council was convened in about 247 BC at Ashokrama in Patliputra. It was presided over by elder monk Mogliputra Tis and 1000 monks under the patronage of Emperor Ashok. It is significant that the fourth Buddhist council was convened in Kashmir. It was under the patronage of Emperor Kanishk from Kushan dynasty. It was presided over by Vasumitra and Ashwaghosh. In the fourth Buddhist council, the Jaina Buddhism was divided into 2 important sects, Hinian and Mahayan. And as I was saying, the question is Hinian Mahayan are sect of which religion? So options are in front of you, and I don't think that you require any kind of time, but still, just I'm giving you the time. Just think about it. So guys, I just said the answer of this question is Buddhism. Very simple. So Buddhism is divided into 2 parts, Hinian and Mahayan. Hinian and Mahayan are the sect of Buddhism religion, and it came into existence after the death of Gautam Buddha. Mahayan sect, which means great vehicle in Sanskrit, believed in the divinity of Buddha. The sect encouraged idol worship in Buddhism. The Hinian sect, meaning small vehicle in Sanskrit, did not believe in the divinity of the Buddha. It stressed on individual salvation through self-discipline and meditation. So remember, Buddhism, it is related to Hinian and Mahayan. The famous Buddhist structure, Dhammeka Stupa, was originally constructed during dynasty. So options are Nanda, Shunga, Kanva, Maurya. Just take your time. Okay, so these type of questions sometimes are found to be difficult, but remember the answer of this question, Dhammeka Stup was originally constructed during the dynasty of Mauryas. So Dhammeka Stup is one of the most famous Buddhist stup located in Sarnath near Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh, India. Originally built in 249 BCE during the reign of King Ashok of the Mauryan dynasty. This massive and prominent structure has over time gone through several expansions and additions. The solid cylindrical shaped stup, made up of red bricks and stone, Chinese Buddhist monks, scholars, translators, and travelers Huenzang visited Sarnath. You can also call him Zhuangzhang or Huenzang in 640 CE, during which time he recorded the height of the stup to be around 91 meter and mentioned presence of 1500 priests in the colony. So remember the famous Buddhist structure Dhamika Stupa was created by Mauryans, and it is found in Sarnath near Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh. Where is the Buddhist structure Dhamika Stupa? So we just discussed about this one. So answer me the question. And I hope you got this one right. So the answer of this question we just discussed is Sarnath. So Dhamik Stup is the most famous Buddhist stup located in Sarnath near Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh, India. Originally built in 249 BCE during the reign of King Ashok of the Mauryan dynasty, this massive and prominent structure has over time gone through several expansions and additions. The solid cylindrical shaped stupa made up of red bricks and stone. Chinese Buddhist monk, scholar, translator, and traveler Wenzhang visited Sarnath in 640 CE, during which time he recorded the height of the stoop to be around 91 meter and mentioned the presence of 1500 priests in the colony. So remember, where the Buddhist structure Dhamek is in Varanasi, Sarnath. The concept of Buddhistva is associated with. So options are Jainism, Hinduism, Sikhism, or Mahayan. So just tell me the answer. Take your time. Okay, the answer of this question is Mahayan Buddhism. So Mahayan Buddhism is associated with Buddhistva. A person who has attained prajna or enlightenment, but who postpones nirvana in order to help other to attain enlightenment. The concept of Buddhistva is associated with Mahayan Buddhism. So that is called Buddhistva. Remember this, and it is associated with Mahayan Buddhism. Vinay Pitak, Sut Pitak are the compilations of whose teaching? Options Gautam Buddha, Rishabh Dev, Mahavir Jain, Guru Gobind Singh. So just take your time and answer. And you got this one right. It is very simple. The answer is Gautam Buddha. So teaching of Gautam Buddha came to be known as Dharma. The teaching of Buddha and his followers have been compiled in three collections. Tripitak, called the Sut Pitak, Abhidham Pitak, and Vinay Pitak. Tripitak or three baskets is the traditional term used for various Buddhist scriptures. It is also known as Pali Canon in English. So remember, the Pali language is related to Buddhism. Which of the following sermons of Gautam Buddha known as the fire sermon? Options are Dharam Chakra Parivartan Sut, Aditta Parya Sut, Anata Lakhana Sut, Braha Majala Sut. Just take your time. And the answer is Adita Pariyaya Sut. So the Adita Pariyaya Sut, sermon of Gautam Buddha, known as the fire sermon. In this, Buddha preaches about teaching liberation from sufferings through detachment from the five senses and mind. Dharam Chakra Parivartan Sut is considered to be the record of the first teaching given by Buddha after he attained enlightenment. Anata Lakhana Sut is traditionally recorded as the second discourse delivered by Gautam Buddha. So remember, Adita Pariyaya Sut. Which of the following is an ancient Buddhist text? Options are Vishnu Puran, Raghu Vansham, Ritu Samhar, Abhidharma Kosh. So just take your time and answer. And this question is a little bit difficult one. So I hope some of you got these answers, but the answer is Abhidharma Kosh. So Abhidharma Kosh is an ancient Buddhist text which contains detailed scholastic presentation of doctrinal material appearing in Buddhist sutras. So just remember this. Jatak tales are related with. So options are Sikh, Buddha, Jain, or Hindu? Just take your time. We discussed about this in some of the last questions, so I hope you got this one right. And yes, you got this one right. The answer is Buddha religion. So Jatak, Pali, and Sanskrit, any of the extremely popular stories of former lives of the Buddha in both human and animal form. Some Jatak tales are scattered in various sections of the Pali canon of Buddhist writings. In which state of the India can we find a preserved Buddhist cave called Karle? Options are Bihar, Karnataka, Maharashtra, and Uttar Pradesh. So tell me the answer. And I hope you got this one right. The answer is Maharashtra. So, among the oldest Buddhist rock cut cave, Karle is located near Pune on the Pune Mumbai highway at Karle near Lonavala. The first phase lasted from 2nd BC to 2nd century AD, and second phase lasted for 5th century AD to the 10th century AD. It is known for its architectural style. Remember, Karle, it is related to Maharashtra and it is a Buddhist rock cut cave found in Mumbai Pune highway. Which of the following is not a pilgrim place of the Buddhists? Options are Bodh Gaya, Sarnath, Gwalior, or Kushinagar. Take your time. And yes, the answer is quite simple. That is Gwalior. Okay. So important events related to with Gautam Buddha. Bodh Gaya is the holy place where Buddha attained enlightenment under people tree on the day of Baisakh Purnima. Buddha gave his first sermon in the village of Sarnath. This event is known as Dharam Chakra Parivartan, turning of the wheel of law. He died at the age of 80 in 483 BC at a place called Kushinagar. This event is known as Mahapari Nirvan. So that's all about it. Remember, the place was called Gwalior. Where was Gautam Buddha born? So Gautam Buddha was born in which of the following places? Just take your time. Options are Ayodhya, Lumbini, Vaishali, or Magad. And yes, it is very simple. So Gautam Buddha was born in Lumbini, that is in Nepal. So Gautam Buddha, the founder of Buddhism, he was known as the light of Asia. He was born in 563 BC in Lumbini, Kapilvastu. His father, Suddhodhan, was leader of Shakya clan and his mother was Mahamaya. His childhood name was Siddharth. His home abandonment is said to be known as Mahabhinishkraman, grand departure in Buddhism. And the symbol of Mahabhinishkraman is horse. So remember, he was born in Lumbini. Let's summarize that what we have learned, guys. First of all, Jainism, Shwetambar refers to the sect within Jainism. Lord Mahavir, the 24th Tirthankar, was originally named Vardhaman and was born in Vaishali. The term Triratna is associated with Jainism, while Jain monastic establishments are called Basadis. Gautam Buddha attained enlightenment at Bodh Gaya. Key events in his life are recorded in the Jatak tales. Stupas were built to house sacred relics, playing a significant role in Buddhist practice. Sut Pitak is an essential Buddhist scripture containing teachings and rules for monastic life. Historical figures and councils. The third Buddhist council was convened by Emperor Ashok. Hindu and Mahayana present two major sects of Buddhism, with the concept of Buddhistva associated with Mahayana. Buddhist structure. The Dhamek Stup is located in Sarnath and was constructed during the Mauryan dynasty. Karle caves are found in Maharashtra. Religious texts and comparison. The Vinaya and Sut Pitak compile the teachings of Gautam Buddha. The questions also address the compatibility of various religious texts and identify significant pilgrim sites for Buddhists. And that's it in this session, guys. I hope you get to know a lot of things related to Jainism and Buddhism, and you are also enlightened with this particular topic. I will meet you in the next session in which we will discuss some more related questions to the ancient history. and I will discuss some more very really important points with all of you. Till the time we meet, bye bye, take care everyone, and see you soon.